Do it.
Okay, I think we're live. I gotta make sure though. YouTube's really fucky,
Welcome
dude.
to Coin
Oh my God.
Talk.
Is it working? Hey, it's working. I gotta find the link. Hey everybody. Hold on. Here's the link.
Did you tweet out the link?
I'm going to right now. I'm going to right now. Hey everybody. Chill. Shit, talk. Oh God, I spelled it wrong. Okay. Fuck this, dude. All right. We're live. So what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? Okay.
You gotta
You
call
guys are-
someone like specifically, you know? You gotta be like, hey, what's up?
Well, I'm trying to
God,
tweet
how you
the
doing?
thing that said carry me for a second, dude.
Hey.
Never mind, dude.
Been doing well.
Okay, thank you. Perfect.
Yeah,
That's great.
you know, mining coins have some of the POW coins have been doing well recently. But we'll get to that.
Okay, link tweeted. Everyone's okay.
Okay, now we can do the
Nice.
intro.
Yeah, someone's got to watch the troll box too. Okay,
I'll do it.
Knack.
welcome to Shitcoin Talk episode 79. I'm your host, Dumb, and I'm here today with a bunch of cool cats and dogs. Introducing altcoin Godson. Sir.
Yo, what's up? I'm pretty sure it's Bitcoin Godson now.
Oh,
You know, I've been bad from trading altcoins for like 2 years at this point. So yeah, you know, I'm just out here. Quarantining, trying to make that money. Anyways,
my man.
yeah, passing it off to the oldest guy on earth, need a coin.
You're just starting it off with my arch nemesis, Godson.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, guys? Need a coin? Just ready to shill some shit coins and just talk some mad shit with these guys. Have a good time. Let's pass it off to Ambroid.
Hello, I'm Ambroid, and I have shitcoin PTSD.
What does that
I
mean?
I cannot look at a shitcoin in profit without wanting to sell it too soon.
Ah,
After the
That-
3 years of bear market, huh?
Yeah, it's just, you know, a painful experience, and now you're just shaking when you're in profits because you're not used to them, you know.
yeah. What is this green number on my screen? What the hell is that, dude? Is this a glitch? Perfect.
Yeah, passing it off to Messiah.
Poopy pants.
Okay. Hey guys, Crypto Messiah, King Uniswap, Degen right now. Bet more. King of the Apes, King of the Gorillas.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, I was at the gym yesterday and I was like, bro, I should totally make an ape meme joke now. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not gonna look nice on Twitter.
And on that note,
Yeah,
I'm
and SoCal.
let's not make this something it's not, okay? Like, let's not get me canceled.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, you see what Messiah said today on Shitcoin Talk?
Off to a good start.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man.
All right, SoCal, introduce yourself.
Someone quoted the worst quote from me from last episode. I see how people take things out of context. Now, when you just throw it in a tweet, take it from Shitcoin Talk and throw in a tweet, it doesn't always look so good. So,
Well, that's what we like.
Right?
We love not looking good.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm SoCal Crypto. You know, welcome to another episode of Shitcoin Talk. Happy to be here and happy to have you guys here.
Aw, SoCal.
Very touching.
That is.
Well, you know,
All right. So, I didn't make a list of coins. I didn't get a list from anybody on Twitter because I figured that if they're gonna watch the show, they should be in the troll box and they can tell us what to look at. So, we're just gonna look at the troll box and see what the fuck's going on, dude. So,
We've already got a really good question done from Muhammad Ali. And he
okay.
wants to know, are we still in a bull market?
Yeah. Okay. You wanna give an answer?
Of course.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I mean,
Great job.
That's the short of it. I mean, here's the thing. So people laugh at the ape meme, but there's a lot of actual like truth behind the meme, and it all goes back to the old saying, "Trend is your friend." You don't want to be the guy that calls the end of a trend early, because 99% of the time you're going to be wrong. So alts have been going up, Bitcoin's been going up. Right now Bitcoin's chopping. So you've got to assume that Bitcoin's still bullish, but we're consolidating. And altcoins are still going to keep going up. Really, the question is, what's changed so that we don't have the greed, we don't have all of this new DeFi hype, like all that stuff. Like I don't see that anything's changed. So I'm going to keep buying the dip and keep getting hilariously rich. And people that are calling tops or whatever, they're going to get fucked.
Yeah, you are always better off selling too late than too early. Like, when you generalize it, you always want to sell after you're entirely sure it's topped out, and not guessing it up in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, guessing tops normally ends poorly. Same thing with trying to predict the bottoms as well. So.
Crypto only goes up.
It's like a.
All right, Davey.
David Trader said crypto only goes up, so.
And then he bought Orchid.
Believe him.
And then he bought Orchid.
We're never gonna get him on the show, dude. Everyone will just rip into him. It'll be too much.
I swear to God, we can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Let's check how much he's down right now. Where did he buy?
I have no idea.
Because
Doesn't
he
matter.
tweeted the fucking top.
That is, yeah, that was the top. Like,
It topped out at like $1, I think.
Yeah, like
I
95
don't
cents.
understand why, because he's obviously killed it in the stock market, whether that's blind luck or, some people even say that there's some kind of like hidden genius behind it, because he seems to know what he's doing a lot more than he leads on. But, at the same time, this guy got in the crypto markets and, he's like, it just goes to show like what a difference there is. Like there's totally different like driving forces behind like legacy and crypto. And if you don't, you can come into crypto and you can buy tops or buy things that you think are big, but there's no FOMOnomics. There's no reason for them to pump. And I think that's kind of what his experience here is going to be, until things really get kicking at least.
Kind of started. He started a lot the same in the actual stock market, though. Like after the start, he was kind of getting his ass kicked, and then he switched up what he was doing. He's following the wrong people, and he's just doing it again. Going to Gemini, you got just shit altcoins. You got nowhere to go. Your hands are tied there. Like I'm offering him a scapegoat, and he join Team Needcoin. I'm not saying he has to, but I just figure I want to help out. I want to be there for my man when he needs me.
Right, he would lose all his money. He would lose everything.
What was that? Doge to a single Satoshi?
Doge to a single Satoshi? Oh, man.
I mean,
Greatest call ever.
I'm sorry, Needcoin. That was unfair.
If you get a hold of David Day Trader, what are you going to send him to Bittrex or something like that? Or like, what's the plan here?
Oh, yeah. He's going to send him to go buy
This
fucking
is the long con.
coins.
We've been waiting for volume on Bittrex for years now. I was just going to get David Day Trader to fucking give it to us. And then we'll shit on it.
Well, to be honest with you, Bittrex wouldn't be a bad place for him to end up, but I just don't see Bittrex making...
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
Well, realistically, it wouldn't be a bad place for him to end up for legality reasons and stuff
exactly.
like that.
It's like one of the few shitcoin regulated exchanges in the US.
Yeah.
So, it would, if he wants to get in at 100-something coins all at once, like I know he wants to.
Yeah.
Once he'll get that itch, he'll be searching for more than what Gemini offers. That's for sure.
Yep.
I just want to see a video of him with that little hammer thing and he's swinging around. He's like, monetary unit, 0.03 Bitcoin volume? What the fuck is this, dude?
That I always laugh when people talk about forget about low cap shit coins and stuff like that. But it's hilarious to me because being in this space so long, I can go down the top 100 and name all those fucking coins that were low caps before, now they're called presentable coins. So that's just, you want to get in early. And he picked the lowest cap. The first thing he did was pick the lowest cap in Gemini. I'm not saying he's going to go searching for shit volume or nothing like that, but there's a lot of $50 million market caps and stuff where he could play around in and stuff like that. So I think Gemini's just the start. I think we're just getting started on where Dave Portnoy goes from here.
Look, honestly, I think he's been here like for a long time. Like, the whole thing about, I bought, Bitcoin in 2013 and, forgot about it. I don't even believe that story. Like, 1 second. Like, he's clearly been here for a while. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just like doing the whole, marketing, like, oh, I'm dumb. I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing type of like,
Did you just call it Nitacoin marketing?
Oh, that you should trademark that. That's great.
Nitacoin marketing. Someone says you've got cells on Bittrex, right? Hoping for a whale, Nitacoin.
No,
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth. No, I'm joking. I don't got no fucking cells up. Come on, guys. This
You
is
can't.
like
They only
bottom
last for
territory
28
right now.
days anyway, dude. Then they remove them. So what's the
Yeah,
point?
and that's the truth. But I don't see any reason to be getting excited about selling. Majority of my Bittrex bags are still like way underwater, right? So I'm not too worried about selling anything. I'd like to see some volume come in there, and I'd like to see all those stoolies come with, and all his squad, his trading squad. But I don't see it coming anytime soon. But I do see him moving away from Gemini. It might be FTX that ends up getting him too. Who knows who it'll be in the end.
Ooh,
FTX
would
is a
be
pretty enticing play.
that would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean,
what,
Portnoy could set up
FTX US though, like,
he could set up an offshore company and trade through that on FTX
Yeah.
and get around that legally.
yeah, that's the one thing that I hate now about cryptos, all the like extra like legality. Like, I remember when all you needed was just like an email, a password, and
Yep.
some Bitcoin.
That's why I think a lot of people are missing out on Uniswap right now, because Uniswap is giving me big 2014 vibes and 2013 vibes.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't even need a fucking email and a password. Like, anybody can get on. And the amazing thing about it is, you've got to talk about when you buy something, when it goes up, there's got to be people there to buy your bags, right? The amazing thing about Uniswap is everybody in the whole fucking world has access to this shit. There's no IP block. There's no anything. When you get on it, when a bag goes up, the liquidity grows with the price. So the automated market maker literally pumps the bag. It drives the price up. And then when it goes up 5x and you're like, man, I have so much money now. Like, what do I need to do? And you're ready to dump it. All of that liquidity that's built the entire way up is just sitting right there ready for you to dump on, right at the top. It's incredible.
And you're dumping on hundreds of people at the same time.
Yeah, you're just dumping on the liquidity providers, and these guys are supposed to be delta neutral anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I mean, there's all sorts of nasty shit that goes along with liquidity providing
The rug
on
pull.
Uniswap, the impermanent loss, which is essentially, let's say I have as the market goes up, I'm losing the token and I'm gaining the base. As the liquidity rises. So the thing is that, I'm outperformed by just holding the token itself, and that's impermanent loss. But I mean, it's really, really insane when you look at some of these, like a $5 million cap coin or even lower that has, 2,000 Ethereum of liquidity ready for you to dump on. You can offload a huge ass bag with minimal slippage, and it's awesome.
That is epic.
That is cool. So, like, could you talk more about that impermanent loss thing? I don't really get it.
So in Uniswap, you can be, of course, a taker, and it's really simple. There's a buy and sell button.
Yeah.
There's an automated market maker, which essentially provides bidirectional liquidity in a market. So, you've got, bam, right there. I can buy and sell, and it's going to move the price a certain amount.
Yeah.
As buys come in to the liquidity, the Uniswap pool, what actually happens is as the price goes up, the amount of Ethereum also goes up, because those buys are going to the liquidity pool. It's not like, I bought something and now this one guy has more Ethereum now. Like, those buys are distributed, that Ethereum is distributed to the liquidity pool. And unless somebody pulls the liquidity, which I'm sure you guys have heard of, the rug pull, which is now, it's the classic Uniswap scam. Then what happens is, as the price rises, the amount of buy support also rises, which is something I've never seen before in my life. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
So the impermanent loss is, let's say I have one Bitcoin, okay, and then however many Ethereum, just to make this easy math, okay? And the price of Bitcoin is rising, right? So as the price of Bitcoin rises, whereas I provided one-to-one liquidity when I entered this liquidity pool, I begin to be offset to the base pair, to the Ethereum. So maybe the price of Bitcoin goes up by 50%, okay? And now I have 50% or some percentage more of Ethereum, but I've lost 50% of my Bitcoin or something like that. So the permanent loss is that if I had just held that one Bitcoin, I would have gained 50% just by holding the one Bitcoin. Whereas as a liquidity provider, I lost Bitcoin and I was outperformed by the market itself. So maybe I didn't lose money, but I lost potential.
Yeah, you lost potential money.
Yeah. Which is honestly even worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
I too don't like leaving scraps for others.
Yeah, you gotta be greedy. There's only so much to eat.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who just never bothered to learn anything about Ethereum. I finally got around to actually using Ethereum, during the ICO, mania and stuff. Before that didn't even bother to learn about gas and stuff. I remember DMing what's his name, and I was like, hey, could you explain this gas thing to me? What is it? Is it Ethereum? Is it like a different coin or whatever? And he just laughed at me. But
was that me?
No, it wasn't. We didn't know either.
This was last week.
Guys, Ethereum is the new wave. Like people say that
it's always been the wave.
Well, so here's the crazy thing about what's going on right now. So in 2017, of course, we had a form of artificial leverage that was created because people invested big in these early ICOs. They made money. And then the early ICO said, well, hey, I've got $50 million in my treasury. I really need $10 million of operating runway for the next 3 years, 5 years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that excess and I'm going to invest in some of these newer ICOs that are coming up. So all of a sudden, you have you've got billions of dollars in wealth, right? But only maybe $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, however many millions actually went into it, because the money from one ICO went to the next ICO, went to the next ICO, went to the next ICO, and that's just inflating the bubble.
And it just inflating the value too. So it's like everyone's claiming they have 100 million when it's the same
but it's the same initial seed that blew all of that up. So none of this value is even real. So the crazy thing about DeFi is that it's replicating a lot of that effect. The difference between the whole DeFi craze and the ICO craze is, with DeFi, there's immediate product market fit. With the ICOs, hey, I'm going to have an ICO to where we're going to go find customers and they're going to use our blockchain to find a parking spot. Okay, well, that sounds great, but good fucking luck with that. Nobody's going to use that. These guys never got anybody on board. With DeFi, all of the customers are already here. They're using these products right now. And that's what's crazy to me, is that normally, the typical rule of thumb was the large caps pump, and then the money trickles down to the medium caps, and then the money trickles down to the low caps. But all of these low cap DeFi projects had this immediate product market fit. And all of the customers were already here. The people that are the traders, the holders, investors, exchanges, everybody. So with this immediate product market fit, everybody started shoveling money into this DeFi system. And a lot like the 2017 ICO craze, the same thing kind of happened, because hey, I'm going to yield farm this, and then this yield farm token that I get from here, I'm going to put in this pool, and then I'm going to liquidity mine this, and then I'm going to do my yams, and I'm going to do this, and all of a sudden you've got a system to where the initial guys that made a lot of money are able to make more of the new tokens that are coming out, because those tokens are liquidity mining options in the new pools, and they're able to dominate these new pools. So the interesting thing about this, though, is as crypto grows, the user base for DeFi grows with it. It's going to continuously inject more customers into the system. I believe I had a discussion with Dovey1 on Twitter a couple of nights ago, And she said in 2017, 10% of Ethereum was locked up in ICOs. And now it's around 4% is locked up in DeFi. Well, in my opinion, we're still pretty early. And I think that it could, we could lock up well beyond that, that 4% that we have right now. And I think we'll eclipse the 10% that's locked up. And one of the interesting things about DeFi is that it further levers the system, because I can see, have my Ethereum, and I can use my Ethereum as collateral for a USDT loan, and then I can buy more Ethereum with that.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
Which is really interesting. And then I can go somewhere else and use that Ethereum as collateral for another loan and buy more Ethereum with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is literally providing, infinite leverage to the system. Look, the bubble pop is going to be horrendous.
What I like.
The bubble's just starting. People are like, "Am I too late to get in on this?" And blah blah blah. Fuck no, you're not. Like, this is going to be crazy as fuck. And like, I don't think many people realize it yet. But like, when Bitcoin goes 18K, when these new customers start flooding in and they start looking for, think about a normie that comes in and goes, "Oh shit, I can get 90% APY by lending out my Bitcoin that I just bought to AAVE or something like that." Like, fuck yeah, they're going to be all over it. So they're going to dive into that and further in it. It's going to be,
bro, they're going to
insane.
empty out their savings accounts because it's like,
yeah,
do you want to make 1% with Chase or like 9 with
90% APY?
And you can farm yams, dude. Like,
and I can farm some motherfucking yams too.
Yeah, and get my good boy points, dude. Yeah,
right. You gotta
this whole thing reminds me of like the financial crisis with like all the swaps and synthetic CDOs based on other like CDOs, and you know what? I fucking love it. I love it.
You know what's gonna be
the top? All of it.
You know what's gonna be the top when we got Uniswap CDOs.
I think they're already coming. I think they're already coming now. Uniswap, Ethereum already has a huge load on it. I've said that. Like the next kind of Uniswap big boom, like where everybody's getting in and making like 5x no matter what you fucking buy is going to be when they move Uniswap to layer 2, and people are able to come in and transact like instantly and very fast. Like, I almost don't even want to trade anywhere now that doesn't have an automated market maker. Somebody said, how excited am I for limit orders and full order books on FTX's new DEX? Well, not very, because that's not an automated market maker. I mean, the automated market maker is the scam. Like, it's hilarious how much it pumps these markets, and it's hilarious how much liquidity is there when you're ready to exit. Like, absolutely hilarious. So I don't want to participate. I don't miss that traditional experience. I much prefer, this new experience because it's been amazing.
Yeah, man, it's incredible. No, I just wanted to say, like, it's incredible how much innovation Ethereum has brought to the space in the last like 5 years, right? It's crazy. Almost no one else, compares to the level of activity, the stuff being created and done on Ethereum is mad. Like, someone mentioned like everyone's talking about Chainlink and stuff, and it's like, bro, Chainlink is on Ethereum. You know what I mean?
It's like that owned by Vitalik, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It's kind of sad, that we all got sucked into the whole like Bitcoin maximalist meme of like, oh, nothing else, everything else is a scam, nothing is going to take off and stuff like that. But like, yeah, someone asked what we think about Tron making a just swap. It's like, sure, man, if it's gonna pump it, we're there for it.
Like, Justin Sun pumps bags. That's the main thing. People ask me like when I'm buying something, my main criteria is when I like look at their webpage and I'm looking at like the team's attitude, I need to ask myself, like, does the team care about pumping this bag or not? I mean, it's as simple as that. People try to overcomplicate it. I saw some guy on Twitter saying, join my pay group. We do a 52-point fundamental analysis. Like, bro, like that you're way overcomplicating things. Like, it's literally, does this team care about pumping this bag or not? Because some of them don't. Like, look at Arter. Those guys don't give a fuck about pumping that bag, and that's why it's just been in the shitter, and it hasn't really done anything since it pumped in 2017. But then look at a lot of this new DeFi stuff, and you look at the website, and all over the website, it's fucking hype. You go to the Telegram channel, Moon Boys. Like it's
Yeah.
everything that needs to be there is there. And the teams aren't going to directly say like, hey, we care, we're going to moon our fucking bags. But you can tell if they care. Like when you look at the marketing on the website and, you know, if they're putting off those vibes, like this is some hotness right here. Like you've got to get in right now. Like that shit's going to go.
Yeah, so Uniswap is finally a product that is actually usable, you know? It's like all the time so far we had these complicated interfaces, you had to install wallets, ideally even into separate virtual machines and shit like this. And now you've got a single button exchange that is liquid all the time. So it's a Zoomer product, you know, it's a product for 2020. This is what something is supposed to look like. It's very easy to use.
Yep.
No, I 100% agree with that. So easy to use. And the biggest thing too is like, I know you guys have been around for a long time. So you remember the struggle, or maybe you're still living this struggle of having like 20 different wallets installed on your computer.
Yep.
Like Ethereum makes everything so convenient, you know, I've got my ledger, I've got all my ERC20s there. They're all in one place. They're easy to access. They're easy to spend. They're easy to send. You know, I can do anything with them just like that. And I don't have to be a galaxy brain and navigate all these wallets that, you know, might have Trojan horses in them.
Right. Downloading blockchains and shit,
Yeah,
taking like 4 days and
ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah, I really want to dump this bag, but I can't send my coins because I'm
Yeah.
not seeing.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
That's insane.
They were good times. They were.
Yeah.
I'm not discounting the old days at all. I mean, you know,
Yeah, Ethereum is great because of that, and that's it. It makes it feel more real world, right? You get an address, and then you know that's like a bank card number, and people are used to that. So it's just a lot of familiar, or like even like with the savings account aspect of it, right? You know, you can make another address quite easily. I think with the DeFi, really what's making it big right now is like the names and the memes that, you know, they're important. And as stupid as that sounds, like look at Yams. Yams was very memeable. You know, and what it did is the more memes that get created, the more people see it, right?
Yeah.
So the more popular it becomes. It always sounds stupid, but it's the truth, right? Doge got popular because it was everywhere. It was all you seen was the Doge meme was, you know, viral for months and months as soon as it started. So
I mean, yeah, the yams only lasted like 2 days, and it was like the most fucking talked about thing like in those 2 days. It was like it was nuts, you know. The hype. It's epic.
it's super.
The
high.
lost money is epic too.
Yep.
Yeah. Think about it, guys. People deposited, I think, upwards of $600 million in unaudited smart contracts for yams. So for fucking yams,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
come on.
Dude, it was half the Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi rather. Half the fucking supply was there.
Yeah, it's insane.
Just to get
See,
the
but
yams.
that like is just a testament to, you know, what I was saying earlier. You know, where these early guys, you know, that made a shitload of money on like the first shit, like YFI, like, you know, hey, we're gonna release this yam scam, and guess who gets rich as fuck on that? The guys that already got rich as fuck on D. Like that's how this is.
Yeah, it was just weird seeing Arthur like, you know, tweet about it. Like,
Yeah,
I think he's posted more tweets about yams than like actual like, you know, Bittrex. Like, sorry, BitMEX. So it's like it's always funny when you see that, because it's like, you know, why is he doing this?
Dude, I just thought it was funny, like, hey, Arthur's shilling this thing, like, alright, he's taken my money for the last 3 years, but you know what, let's give it a shot, let's see, and then the next day is just like,
right?
boom, gone. Epic.
Yeah, there's definitely some irony to that.
That's why we're here, though.
You know, I've seen a couple of people in chat mentioning Polkadot. You know,
Okay.
I think Polkadot is something important to discuss, because I think it's a new narrative that's been introduced to the system. It's new money. You know, Polkadot is a couple billions cap. It's amazing technology. It's very fast, and there's a lot of projects that are in their infancy right now that are kind of bringing this whole DeFi fad to Polkadot, which I think is something that is going to be huge. So people, the way to really make huge money in all of this is to see new narratives emerging and to ape into them before other people do. I'm looking right now for more Polkadot exposure, not to Polkadot itself, but to the projects that are creating the infrastructure for the Polkadot ecosystem. Because there's some of these projects that are 10-20 million dollar caps, even lower. And I think as somebody was saying earlier, maybe it was dumb. When you look at the top 20, you look at the top 50, all of these projects weren't always like that. They all started somewhere, and they started as low caps, a lot of them. So you have to remember, people want to hate on low caps and they want to talk shit about low caps, but as a low cap investor, you're buying value, and you're buying future potential. So just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it's like you want to buy safe, projects, but it's like this is crypto. Nothing is safe. Like if you want safe, put your money into a I don't know, Chase bank account or something like a savings account. But if you want risk and you want to actually make money, like the low caps is where it's at. And it's funny because 4 years ago everything was a low cap. Like all it took to get the top 100 was like $1 million market
Yeah,
cap.
your favorite
like,
coin was a low cap. Used to be a low cap. Okay.
Right,
I remember sending out a tweet being like, it now takes $100,000 to become a top 100 coin. So, yeah. But yeah, like that's what I was saying earlier, was like Verge was, everyone, I always like to go back to Verge, but that coin was like $50,000 market cap forever, right?
No, there's a bunch of stuff that never was a low cap. Like, not everything started as a low cap.
No, there's, I know. I'm just saying there's no point on hanging around these top caps if you're looking to
get fucking rich. Like, you're not going to get rich by buying something that's $1 billion cap, or at least the odds aren't in your favor. Like if I invest in a bunch of $5 million cap projects, it takes a lot less effort to move a $5 million cap project to a $50 million cap project than it does to take a $500 million cap project, to a $5 billion cap project. Like, we're talking two different leagues here.
Like, my biggest bag is Ethereum. It has been for a very long time, but I never look at Ethereum like, I wait until it hits fucking 40,000 or anything like that, right? it's a nice safe bag, hits 1,000, I'll be happy. That's great. I got years to hold on to that, but with the coins that I'm playing, the coins that are in play, they don't look anything like Ethereum.
Epic.
Sounds like you need to get on Uniswap, need a coin.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's still kind of different. Like, you don't want to be like, I'm not a fan of going back all like to these old exchanges. All these Bittrex and Poloniex or whatever, and looking for like low caps there. Like, it's pretty much Binance or Uniswap and all these other like decentralized exchanges and stuff. That's where you want to go find like new stuff that's going to be memeable. But I still want to like defend against going to buy something from 2017 that's like $2 million market cap now. It's like,
but you don't have to buy something from 2017. Like AVA was just a great one from just earlier this year. Even $2 million market cap. It wasn't really anywhere, and then it got added onto a couple exchanges, and now it's a $58 million market cap.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It is.
The pumps are out there. You
don't have to just look for old coins, old dying breed coins. There's coins.
Just dead men walking.
Yeah.
All bag holders, like, just saying, like, if I could just get a 2x, then I could finally sell this, and then I could have some ammo to go buy this new stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have guys trying to dump on you the whole way.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of these people in these old coins are just waiting. They're just itching.
Yeah.
Trigger finger, just waiting for that pump. Like,
Come on, give me a 2x.
Yeah. Like, I'm down 90%, but if this thing just goes up a little bit, I'll just sell it, take the loss, and I'll just move on. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Right.
So, is there any cool Uniswap gems from this week that is anybody looking at, or? I mean,
I bought Flow. I mean, of course, I'm looking at DR, right? But that one's basically on the centralized exchanges by now as well. So it found the floor here. This is a 4-hour chart. It found the floor here, so looks like it broke out already and it might continue. But what I did buy that's like purely Uniswap garbage is this shit. I don't know what it does.
Love
it it got shelled in this fundamental analysis room that I'm reading daily, and I still don't know what it does, but it's gone up, So I bought it.
I mean, bro, think about this though. Like we're looking at something that went 3x in like a matter of days. Like that's
Yeah.
the Uniswap hotness right now. Like
Yeah.
you can bang out multiples in a day. If you're pulling 3x, 4x out of something in 3 or 4 days, like that's all you fucking need. You can, dump that shit and rotate immediately. And it allows you to have this massive like velocity with your compounding, to where you can just move from shitcoin to shitcoin to shitcoin to shitcoin, which is really incredible.
Yeah, if you make it 3 times in 4 days, you can finally pay for Ethereum fees and shit, dude. That's really good.
There's a website that's called like fees.wtf or something like that.
Good name.
It hooks up to your MetaMask, and allows you to see, how much fees you paid or something like that. And remember, I hooked up to it and I was just like, holy shit,
Yeah. I moved something last night and it cost me like $28 or something. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Epic.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, I want to say this too. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Binance Chain, big time. They've got something called Binance Smart Chain coming out in the next month or two, and it's going to make Binance Chain and the Binance ecosystem a major competitor to some of these other projects. And now it might not be the most hype thing, but one of the unique things about the Binance ecosystem is that they have a very large user base already. And the user base of Ethereum is one of the things that's propelled it, to success. So, you might say, oh, well, I have Tezos and Tezos is a better Ethereum, or I have ADA and ADA is a better Ethereum. But at the same time, ADA and Tezos don't have any fucking users. So no developers are going to come in and build out that ecosystem for those products. But then you've got something like Binance Chain that has this enormous user base and I mean, unlimited funding and unlimited shill power. Like there's going to be things that are built out for that. There's already been a couple of things that, are like, I was talking earlier about these Polkadot projects, the infrastructure projects that are really low cap. There's already been some infrastructure projects that are really low cap on Binance Chain. Go fucking crazy. I think Rune was one of them. And
yeah, Thorchain was one of them. Yep.
Ripping face. I mean, crazy face rippage.
And Thorchain looked like identical to Synthetics for the longest while, if you remember. And now that they are both listed on very different exchanges, the charts are just completely different.
Ember, can you bring up that Thorchain chart?
Sure.
Sure, the screen share and everything.
Shit.
I haven't looked at it in a minute. I remember the last time I looked at it, I was just like, holy shit. Try Rune, R-U-N-E.
No, it's just that I was on Uniswap only.
Oh, okay.
Because that way it doesn't mess up when you search Uniswap only.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And compare it to SNX, Synthetics Dollar.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So as you can see, like they followed each other a lot. It's just that they started at a tiny bit different time, but after Thorchain got listed on FTX and such, like they had better exchange deals, and Synthetics never pumped as much because it's still not on too many great exchanges, if I can remember correctly. Like you can have a real problem buying Synthetics unless it's on one of these automated market making exchanges.
So have you guys heard about the Bancor V2 protocol at all?
Yeah.
It's just for the audience.
I haven't tried it yet. So.
I haven't tried it yet either. But one of the incredible things that it does is it allows for leveraged liquidity. which is a really interesting concept, and it solves some of the issues that we've seen with automated market maker protocols like Uniswap v2. It solves some of those issues, and like the impermanent loss, it's not 100% solved, but they made major progress towards that. But I mean, the fact that you can have 20x, you can have leveraged liquidity on shit, is just absolutely absurd. I don't even know how they fucking do that. Like, that makes no sense. But they do. There's galaxy brains that make this shit, and make it work somehow. And I think that's pretty neat. Another thing that I think there's going to be another like kind of gold rush on that people need to keep their eyes on. I don't know. Have you guys heard of 1inch Exchange?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 1inch is a DEX aggregator, just for the guys in the audience that don't know about it. And like, if I want to buy something and it's I'm going to get pretty good slippage on Uniswap. Like when I was buying Octus, there was pretty good slippage. I went to 1inch, and 1inch allowed me to spread that order out over multiple automated market maker protocols. Now the downside is that you pay really expensive. I paid like 0.1 Ethereum and gas for a transaction. Which is absurd, but I saved more money by doing that, because the slippage that I would have gotten if I had just gone on Uniswap would have been fucking crazy.
Right.
Now,
yeah, that makes sense.
The guys that made 1inch have made a new automated market maker protocol that they're calling Mooniswap. And Mooniswap is interesting because it allows these liquidity providers to actually receive payment from like the slippage and stuff that occurs on the exchange, which is something that doesn't happen on Uniswap. So I think that there's like alpha, or whatever you want to fucking call it if you want to be fancy, and monitoring Mooniswap before the rest of people start looking at it for new projects that decide that they're going to put their liquidity offerings there,
Right.
rather than Uniswap.
Then that 1inch, they have what are the gas tokens? I guess because I've heard of the gas tokens a few times, but like
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on there.
I mean, people are trying to like buy Chi and saying like, oh, Chi is a $1 million cap, like pump it, right? But the thing that people don't realize about Chi is that when the demand for Chi rises, the token inflates rapidly.
Right.
And
So
it's not a rebase inflation. So if I own 1% of Chi and the demand goes up, it mints new tokens. I don't maintain that percentage control of Chi. So the Chi is not meant to be something that is speculative. It's meant to be a gas token. Just my 2 cents on that. It's if you buy it and that shit's $2, like they might double this fucking supply and then you're fucked. So.
Yep, that's the best, dude. Epic. Any other? I'm looking in the chat. Someone asked about XIOT. I don't know what that ticker is. They specifically asked you, Messiah, about XIOT. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. So XIOT is.
Oh yeah, that's a very new one.
I bought it with Securious a couple of days ago, around between $80 and $100.
What?
Oh, you've got it on percentage. I was like, bro, I need to go dump right now. I thought it was $1,000 now.
Bye guys, I'm out of here.
Okay. No, but we bought it a couple days ago, and normally when I buy things that are novel. Because if you look at this has been going on forever. In 2014, Dogecoin came out, and it was a huge hit. So what were all of the coins that followed Doge? They were meme coins, right? We went through a whole meme coin phase, but every new meme coin that came out was less and less and less successful. So that trend just totally kind of died off. And then you had things like Dash that came out, which started out as fucking like chain coin or something like that, wasn't it? What was it called?
Darkcoin, was it? Or
No.
Something before that.
Before it was Darkcoin. It was called something else. I think it was XC or chain coin or something. Anyway, there's multiple layers of scam on that. But then they rebranded to Darkcoin, and then it was eventually Dash. But that was the X11 mining algorithm. And then we went through that whole phase where, this coin's got X13, this coin's got X15.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
Right. But we're seeing that same trend is actually happening right now. So you see that, of course, Ampleforth was a huge success. So then after that, everybody wanted to be the next Ampleforth. So, hey, I'm going to release Ampleforth with only negative rebases. I'm going to release Ampleforth with random rebasing. I'm going to release Ampleforth with this. There's all sorts of different takes on Ampleforth that came out. But that trend is starting to die off. I had some friends that were trying to shill me into some dog shit Ampleforth clone a couple days ago, and I was like, I'm not fucking buying that, because I looked at it and it wasn't novel. It was Ampleforth, but instead of rebasing every 24 hours, they're going to rebase every 23 hours. Like, that just doesn't.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Innovation, dude.
Yeah.
That makes me fucking excited. So I want to buy something that is novel, and normally the novel shit is pumping just because it's a new narrative to hype. So XIOT fits that bill, and what it actually is, if you look at all of these yield farming schemes, the rich come in, and the rich get even richer because they're the ones that have the tokens that they can liquidity mine with, and they're going to liquidity mine a bunch of this shit, and then they're going to dump it or leverage it or whatever they want to do, right? Based is something that came out a week or two ago, and they were the first people to kind of address this. So they put a limit on liquidity mining participation at $12,000 of Curve USD or whatever that you had to deposit and you could liquidity mine with. But that limit existed for the first day of mining. And what it allowed to happen is that everybody was able to come in on the day of highest inflation, of highest distribution, and everybody was allowed equal participation in that mining. So that was actually really interesting, and that was novel. So
beast.
Yeah, it's beast. After that, XIOT is doing similar things to Based, but slightly different. So XIOT is a liquidity mining amplification token, and they did an airdrop. Okay. Now, I normally hate airdrop coins because you just got plebs that are going to dump on you the whole way up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the airdrop was reasonable, and a lot of the plebs got shaken. Like, I don't know who was doing it, but the market maker was just a fucking savage because he pumped it up to I think 140 or something, and then he pulled all the liquidity, and all the noobs were like, "Oh my god, it's a rug pull!" Blah blah blah. So then they dumped with massive slippage and dumped all their tokens out, and then he threw the liquidity back up when they were done.
God, dude.
It was hilarious. I mean, we were watching this in real time. But by having this token, when they introduce their yield farming, you're going to be able to equalize yourself with a guy that comes in with, let's say, like $1 million. And then you can say, like, for example, I've got 10 grand. This other whale's got $1 million and he's going to liquidity mine with. Generally, I'd just be fucked. Like, this guy's going to take way more than I can take.
Yeah.
With the XIOT token, maybe I have $10,000, but I also have some XIOT. Now I can, amplify my liquidity mining with that, and I can maybe get the whale share too. So my question for the developer was, then why the fuck would any whales even be interested in this, right? Because they want to come in and they want that disproportionate representation. And his answer was, well, if this is hot and we're going to try to make it hot, then there's whales are going to have to buy XIOT. And I said, okay, well, you know what? I'm definitely down to punt at this, and we'll just see what happens. Not that I agree with it or I think that it's amazing or game-changing. It's just novel, and that's it.
That's fair.
It's something to make a trade on.
Something to make a trade on, and trust me, like, there's going to be a bunch of noobs shilling it and shit. So you got to buy bags that are shillable. When I bought Cream at $25, this dude was trying to FUD me out of my buy, and he was like, "Oh, bro, like, these guys that made Cream, like, they suck. Like, this guy was involved in this coin, and they both had massive shill armies." And I was just like, "Dude, you're making my dick hard. Like, why? Do you realize that the coin I just bought is going to be shilled to death is going to discourage me from buying it?" Like, no.
Yeah. That's not a bad problem to have.
Why do you guys keep fudding Ken? Like, fuck out of here.
Who's Ken?
Ken's a bag that I bought into, and I had a couple of friends that took good positions in Ken too. It's one of these projects, infrastructure projects for Polkadot, basically, and like a $5 million cap in the circulating supply. I mean, one of the biggest pleb arguments out right now, and a lot of the coins that are really mooning have these really scammy centralized distributions, where like maybe 5-10% of the circulating supply is out in the wild. And then 90% is like locked up investing contracts and, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the new age scam, because what's going to happen, it's a lot easier to pump this shit when 10% of the circulating supply is in the market. They pump it to high heaven, right? And then as the investors unlock their tokens, then they're able to dump in a market that's, 10 times higher, 15 times higher. I mean, that's a really poor like pleb mentality to have. You know, you've got to honestly, the scams do pump, so you have to have your eyes out for the things that have these scam token economics and stuff like that.
Fucking Ken. Yeah, I've just seen a lot of I don't know if it's hype, just a lot of people talking about Ken. Ken. Ken's
Ken.
awesome.
Well, they're the developers like misspelled the name in the contract or something like that. So people are like, "Oh, I'm not buying that." You know, like the developer made a typo. Like, okay, like stay fucking poor then. Like, serious?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is a dumb thing to do though. Like,
I mean, dude, we buy shit on Bitcoin talk threads where the developer could barely speak fucking English. One letter typo is not discouraging.
Yeah. Good times. Yeah, too bad Bitcoin talk. They have like Uniswap talk or something like that? They need to make that shit because
Yeah, they need to.
yeah, this has become like a masterclass on Uniswap and Dexes and shit, man. Nice
I mean,
idea.
there's just Uniswap tokens being created every hour, dude. I mean,
No, there really are.
it's nuts.
You sounded a little too excited about that.
It's more like 20 an hour.
Yeah, man,
to be honest.
it's
Yeah,
nuts.
did you guys see Coom that came out?
No, I
Jesus
need to get
Christ.
that, dude. I'm writing
No,
that down.
you gotta look up the webpage. I forget what it is, but I saw it because I'm monitoring these Uniswap listings and
Is
I
it
saw come up.
safe for work?
Yeah, it's safe for work. It's just
Wait, did you say Kareem or Coon?
Cool.
Coom.
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 Oh God, don't
So
show
what's
that.
it-
God,
don't-
no, please.
Don't make it
scares
something
me.
it
It
ain't,
scares
damn
me.
it.
Is it what? Dot network or what?
Coom.finance? I don't know.
I think it's Coom.finance.
Of course it is, dude.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm Bro, you gotta turn your dude. I'm scared. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, you have to do HTTPS, I think.
You guys, look, and I'm not shilling Coomcoin. I'm not in Coom. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Coomcoin, dude.
DuckDuckGo.
Oh, you know what I do? So when I can't find a coin now, like on CoinGecko or anything like that, I just search the cash tag
On Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So it's at Coomcoin. It's Coomer.cash.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm still not, dude. Oh, dude, no! What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ.
Experience DeFi regret.
This is gonna be the last shitcoin talk ever. We're gonna get banned, but
Oh my God.
it's been fun. Cooper
Oh my
Cash.
God.
What? God damn it. Dude.
Oh my God, there's an eggplant. Jesus Christ.
It's a veiny eggplant, dude.
It's a veiny eggplant.
God damn it, dude.
Sperm whale.
Oh my God.
What is this?
No, but this is
Oh my God.
Uniswap.
This
Like-
is it, dude. This is it. This is what we live for.
This is
Imagine
Sparta.
buying shit like this and getting multiples fast.
How much-
This is
having
so
liquidity.
2013.
Yeah, how
This
much
is so
liquidity does
2014, honestly.
Kumis have? How much liquidity
Let's
does?
check. Let's check. If you go to uniswap.info.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
how
gonna
much
ask you
Jergens do
what
you have?
sites or what if there's any like helpful websites you
Oh
recommend.
yeah, you go to Uniswap info and then you enter the smart contract because there's a lot, especially if there's a successful coin, like people will release like 10
Yeah.
ERC20 with the same name. So what you have to do is you have to get the ERC20 address of the coin, and then you have to enter that address into
Okay.
the top. Now I can search it directly. Like I just typed in Coom, and there's surprise, there's only one Coom coin.
Nice.
But let's see.
Oh, there's attendees Coom coin pairing too. That's
Oh,
really cool.
okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there is
$28,000 in liquidity on here.
$28,000. So that's on the low end. And like I said, this is they'll buy Coom coin, like the fuck out of here. Like this is hilarious. But at the same time, like this shit exists. Like this is out here. And,
Ethereum's got $30,000 liquidity right now.
yeah, it's incredible. So, I can come in, I can take an Ethereum or two and, I can hammer it. And here's the thing. I mean, if it's a scam and the right wallets, the right money get into it, like it, sure, you might be able to take your 2 Ethereum and get out with 10. But at the same time, like, maybe it's a rug pull, something like that. On the thing, the dev said he locked liquidity. So this is what a rug pull is. And this is how a lot of these scammers are fucking people really are. I haven't been rugged yet, but I've had friends that have been rugged. And what they'll do is that when, they'll have these initial liquidity offerings. So they'll put up the ERC20 token against, let's say, 50 Ethereum. And then people say, oh, this coin's liquid and it's a $500,000 cap. And, they've got the hype on the web page. They're hyping the Telegram, blah, blah, blah. So what happens is, people FOMO in, and then the dev takes impermanent loss on the way up. But he doesn't care about impermanent loss because his token is fucking trash and he knows it. The only thing he cares about is that he's getting shifted. His balance is getting shifted towards Ethereum.
Yeah.
On the way up. So maybe he provided 50 Ethereum of liquidity. But by the time he gets to the top, that 50 Ethereum of liquidity is now 150. So then what he actually does is he'll go into the smart contract, which you could do. There's a little add liquidity button and where you can manage your liquidity. So he'll go in there and then he'll remove the liquidity entirely from the exchange. So all of a sudden you've got something that all these people have bought that's 5x and there's absolutely nothing to sell into. That's called a rug pull.
Nice.
That's the impermanent win for the market maker.
Yeah. I mean, but impermanent loss, if you're a scammer, impermanent loss is your best friend. If you're planning to rug pull on somebody, because you don't even have to dump to make money.
You just pull the liquidity.
Just pull the rug. That I haven't been rug pulled because I don't buy anything that because a lot of people will come out and they'll have these default open Zeppelin contracts or the contract will literally say fucking token builder on it or shit like that. Like there's a really high probability that stuff like that is a scam. So I don't do that. I mean, another scam that's going around is that if I look in a contract and there's a mint function, there better be a damn good reason for that to be there, because what that allows the dev to do is
print new coins.
I'm just going to double the supply and just dump on the market.
My man. Hell yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of smart contract related scams going on right now.
It's easier to fork a smart contract and just edit it and just put it live, right? I mean, making a coin before you to like mine it and mine the Genesis block and all this other shit, but this is just like you just fork it and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scams coming out of like the Eastern European and like Asian region right now. And you've got a lot of too. We saw like people that were capture farming like XRB and stuff like that. You've got a smart dev in a village that makes $1 a day, and he goes, I can be the richest guy in my village through this rug pull. I mean, that's literally what's going on. So you gotta. A lot of these devs and stuff are anonymous because there's repercussions to what they're doing right now and with these protocols and stuff. But at the same time, like you've got to you've got to talk to the dev and you got to see what he's about. And what a lot of them will do to gain trust is they will lock the liquidity, and they can do this through their smart contract. Unicrypt, I believe, is somebody that provides this service. Lid provides this service on the liquidity raise. But what it does is they can provably lock their liquidity in a smart contract for a period of 6 months to a year. And then that normally gives investors confidence that, hey, this guy's like, he's invested in this. He can't get his own money out for 6 months to a year. So I know that I'm not going to get rug pulled here. But even
safe for 6 months.
Yeah, maybe he's got a pre-mine and he dumps it on you anyway. Like, I want to see a guy that wants to do that and wants to vest his coins. That's part of the reason why Anti-Ample and Bill Drummond are so popular right now. I mean, the dude locked the liquidity in his own coins too. He couldn't dump on you if he wanted to.
Yeah. Honest guy.
So, Neithercoin, the Uniswap boomer, is kind of quiet. Have you even touched the exchange or what?
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like Instamines and pre-mines and blue coin and purple coin and white coin and yellow coin and all the other coins. It's just, we're doing it again, which is awesome. I fucking love it. Like, that's great. It is going to be time consuming. I don't really sit at my computer, so it's just really not my thing to play these markets, but like I see the appeal behind it for sure. Absolutely, I see the appeal. Fucking, I like money, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be making the
So no
conversion
Coomer
anytime
cash for you,
soon.
huh?
No Coomer cash.
God damn it.
But what are you doing with all the Ethereum you're sitting on though?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Living, bro. What are you doing?
Alright.
Oh my god.
Fair.
That didn't even make sense.
Well,
Here's the thing, like Nitacoin, though, you don't have to, like, yeah, like it's. I think what you said about time consumption is so true. Like when this was really popping off, like 2 weeks ago or so, I was getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep like per night. Normally I try to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I made it to the gym 2 times in a week. Like it, like was fucking my life up, like affecting my health and stuff. But I had to make that sacrifice because like it was fucking crazy. Like, and I was not going to miss out on that.
I totally get that, man. That like seriously, like a lot of this is just and like for people who weren't around back then, like a lot of us went through a lot of this in 2014 and stuff like that. And
I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
there's a lot of money. Like I spent many hours reading fucking white papers and endless countless nights at the computer trying to figure all this stuff out. And I think there's an opportunity here. And honestly, like don't go balls deep with everything you got, but it's no bad idea to throw a little bit of money at it, right?
that's what I'm trying to say is that like you don't even have to be the guy though that devotes all day to it and blah blah blah. Like there's definitely like really good projects that exist on Uniswap. They're hard to find, but if you can find them, there's projects that are worth putting some money into and just seeing what happens over the next couple of months. For people.
Bro, we just found out I've owned a DeFi coin for like 3 years or whatever, and we didn't know
how
what
rich
it
are you
was.
right now?
Oh,
The
like
original.
$0. I own the only one that didn't pump. Like,
Oh god. So
The
I had a
original
buddy,
DeFi coin.
Synthetics was actually like a coin swap or something from something else, or they rebranded. I had a buddy that had a small synthetics bag that had been sitting around for like 2 years, and he totally forgot he had it. And when he went back, when he was like, "Holy shit, I remembered this," because he saw the information about the rebrand, and he said, "I had this coin." So he went back and he checked his old wallets, and he had 6 figures in there.
damn.
was he able to get it?
Yeah, synthetics is liquid as fuck, dude.
Secured the bag, dude.
Yeah, you secured the bag.
I had a bag of EOS, and then I heard that they hard forked, and I went and looked, and I was a year and 7 months too late, and so I couldn't retrieve my coins. So my time is a little bit lacking here, and that's the problem. That's why I like ERC20. It's all in one place, and back to what you said, you don't have to worry about a fucking wallet sinking or losing your coins that way or anything like that. Definitely appealing in that sense. Do you think you'll see things like this moving on to like the US Bittrex market and stuff like legality wise and all that?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like projects that fit that criteria. If you look at some of these exchanges, they're really trying to get ahead of the trend and list some of the better DeFi projects. Like Poloniex is really trying hard to come back. And I think they might even be successful because, the exchange that wants to jump headfirst into this and wants to list the good projects, they're the ones that are going to get the users. And when they do list these projects on these good centralized exchanges, it adds staying power to the coin itself. Because even if there's a rug pull or, bot, whatever happens to this shit, then it's still on a centralized exchange. Like you're not totally fucked.
I actually went back onto Polonius because I think it has like a better future than even Bittrex. Like there's nothing more comforting than knowing that if Justin lists one of your bags, he's gonna pump it and get people into the exchange.
Justin was shilling Tindies, Tindies
Actually, speaking of Justin, I just saw apparently Justin's version of Uniswap.
Just Swap.
Yeah, Just Swap went live just now, and in a decentralized world, there's no way to keep scamming the OG scammer. Okay, anyway, tons of TRC20 versions of the ERC20 DeFi coins were listed instantly on Just Swap. So fake DeFi coins instantly got listed on his Just Swap.
Hell yeah.
There's definitely going to be some money to be made on Just Swap, and
Yep.
I mean anybody that releases these automated market maker protocols, and I definitely think Justin's going to shill these bags. And he wants there to be activity and volume and liquidity and shit on Just Swap. I don't have any Tron, and I bet it's full of scams, but I don't think that it's that bad of an idea to maybe be one of the first movers on that and educate yourself on it, and get in a couple of things that are low cap, that are Tron things.
Hell yeah. Well, this has been epic. We're at over an hour, so
Oh yeah.
I know, dude. Time flies when
I
you're
know.
looking at cummies, whatever. Sorry. So I'll just go around and get everyone's last word and what everyone's doing and whatever. So Godson, how's the weather outside? Nice, dude.
Oh man, it is hot, but I like it because I'm African. This is what we're built for.
Okay. Yeah, what's been going on, dude? What's
Lies.
anything to tell the people who are watching?
I mean, nothing, public or whatever. I've got a bunch of personal stuff. That's
Well, tell us, dude. We're here for you.
well, my dick got bigger, and
Okay, dude.
hey, look, shaving doesn't mean it got bigger, all right?
no.
God,
I woke up with the biggest wood this morning, and I was like,
okay, dude. Thank you, Godson.
Oh,
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Godson.
Tell us more.
Ambroid. Ambroid, what's going on, dude? Did you wake up with an erection or not?
Maybe.
God damn it.
What can I say, man? I'm still
You're
a
just
young
looking
buck.
at the Coomers, dude. I was refreshing to see if anyone was trading it as we were talking about it, but no one really was.
No, man, I'm doing good. I've just been flipping my money on whatever, there's the Uniswap garbage and then Uniswap gems, and I'm thinking that we are in a 2016 cycle where Uniswap is like Cryptopia, where all the garbage was.
Yep.
And then the gems got listed on Poloniex or Bittrex. So now it's Poloniex again and Bitmax.
Bitmax is big.
Right. So I'm just looking around and finding opportunities in this stuff that is kind of DeFi, but it gets listed on these bigger exchanges. Well, not bigger, but centralized rather. And the last step on that ladder is when you get listed on FTX.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's where I've been fishing. I've been fairly happy this summer. It's been a good summer. I'm definitely kind of late on Uniswap itself and digging into shitcoins. But I would say that I'm somewhere between Messiah and the rest of the shitcoin podcast right now. Because you guys are have been very surprised about what Messiah has been saying, and that shows me how early we are.
Yeah, I agree.
oh yeah, I'm definitely super late, and I've enjoyed
You're not
learning
late. That's what I'm saying.
learning a
dude.
lot from. Yeah, well, I not as early as someone in my position should be, right?
Someone's always first.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
This guy is the very supportive girlfriend. Yo, you're all right, man. It's all right.
You're doing fine, Godson. Just try your hardest. You'll be.
That's the kind of girlfriend you want, dude. Shut up.
Okay.
I think Android has a really good point though, because I mean, people all the time are like, I'm like, oh, I bought this. They're like, I enjoy holding my bag, noob. And I'm like, dude, I bought your 2x. I'm not always going to buy the bottom. In fact, most times I'm not going to buy the bottom. The majority of times when you're buying a bag, you're probably buying somebody else's multiple.
Oh yeah.
So that's not really important. The only thing that matters is that you're buying value, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you're still trying to catch a trend here, right? And what you want to be asking yourself is how early in the trend you're trying to catch the train. And like overall, uh, there's everyone's been mentioning 2013, 2014, 2016. Nobody's mentioned 2017 so far this stream, right? In comparison.
Yeah.
So that's what you kind of want to be thinking about right here and right now, right? It's gonna be a bumpy road. There's gonna be liquidity squeezes and short squeezes and long squeezes on these big caps that are just moving this stuff around. But um, I'm thinking it's still fairly early. Like we are definitely not towards the end of this bull run overall, because in my eyes, this is like the first fundamentally sound bull run that crypto has had.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Everything else has been purely speculative, whereas this has also some kind of real and realistic product market fit, as Messiah called it. You know?
Hell yeah. I'm with you. Great. Messiah, do you have any last words for anyone watching?
I'm going to go out in classic shitcoin talk fashion, which, this is only the second time I've been in here. But I know the classic outro is buy my bags.
My man.
My
My
bad.
man.
That's what's up.
There he is.
Provide
what's up.
liquidity for my bags.
Yeah, please buy my bags. Thank you.
All right. Yo, need a coin.
What up?
What do you have anything to say?
No, man, I was listening, taking notes. Yeah, I like I said, I think it's interesting. I think there's lots of money to be made here. People like Messiah are going to do really well. Ambroid's getting deep into it, so he's going to do really well. Yeah, just not sure I can commit the time to it yet, but I do. There are some other bags like outside of Uniswap that I'm really focused on, and I really like right now. I got a massive bag of FTT. I like my big bag of ETH. Just things like that. But yeah, no, go have fun on Uniswap, and I fucking hope some of you guys become billionaires. I'm tired of this fucking highest person we have is a millionaire status shit.
Dude, when Uniswap with reflinks.
Oh,
Oh
God.
Everyone just groans. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We already planned like 7 tokens before the show started, so we're good. Godson had the best idea. He's already making it.
Don't worry. No worries. We're gonna be rich.
Perfect, dude. Yo, SoCal. What do you
Hey,
have
what's
to, what do you have to
going
say?
Just be careful out there.
Okay.
You know.
Be careful out there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There will be as Messiah was talking about earlier, some of those projects are going to have like that mint function, and that dev's just going to wait for the price to go up, and then he's going to mint quadruple the supply and dump on all of you. So just be careful out there.
Yep.
Don't go all in on one trade, basically.
It's all very 2014, man. It's all very like spamming our coins on Bitcoin talk, and then
Fortune.
Yeah, well, I think it's
pre-mines and
also
shit.
like, well, that's exactly it. The hidden pre-mines and everything like that. It's all things we've talked about a million times. I think like risk management's just important. If you use proper risk management, you're not investing more than a couple percent into a coin and stuff like that. You have a good chance of coming out. But yeah,
people need constant reminders. So
it's never gonna help, dude. Everyone
Yeah, dude.
for themselves that you shouldn't put all your money into
Yeah, dude, it's like be responsible. Like, no, it's boring. We're like, okay, then put everything you have into one coin. Like, okay, cool, that's great, thank you.
So what I'm
do
hearing
whatever the
is
fuck you want.
what I'm hearing is go all in on Coom coin or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
Coomer
what I'm
Cash.
hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, as for me, I don't know. The pirate chain on Trade Ogre pumped really hard yesterday, and I've seen a lot of volume coming in, so I'm just hanging on Trade Ogre still. But I'm playing around Uniswap too. Just hanging, just waiting for something to happen. So, and I'm gonna go buy Coom Cash after this. I see the liquidity is rising. I need to go.
Guys, okay. Actually, I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
No, seriously, because we need to. This is the responsible thing to say. it's like on Twitter, it might seem like everybody is just getting hilariously rich on this Uniswap shit. But I think if everyone here has said, like, this is 2014 all over again. Like, there's fucking scams left and right, fucking everywhere. And like, while there's a lot of money to be made, there's also a lot of money to be lost. So if you have no fucking clue what you're doing and you don't know how to navigate all this shit, it's honestly best that you have the need a coin approach and that you stick to your good bags and, you know, don't worry about it and not waste your time.
Yep.
Oh, I've got USBs. I don't even want to tell you guys how many coins are on those USBs from when I played those games many years ago. And yeah, you get your 50x and whatever. You also get 49 coins where the devs fuck off and then they get taken over and then a takeover of a takeover and then that dev dies and then they airdrop his coins. You know, I've been here, but no, I love it. I love it all. I love fucking crypto, and this is why we're here, right? This is why we're here.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, Shitcoin Talk episode 79. That's it, dude. Hope everyone had a great time.
Thanks for
And-
watching.
Thanks.
Catch
Yeah.
everybody later.
And we'll be back next week. So
Peace up, boys.
hopefully, if I
We
wake up
will.
on time.
I doubt it.
We'll see, dude. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.